Welcome to Free Beer Friday, powered in part by the Bearded Monk and Classic of Denton. The views and opinions expressed by the show hosts and their guests are those of the show host and guests, and not necessarily those of the sponsors, DentonRadio.com, or the Denton Convention and Visitors Bureau. For more information, visit the Policies and Procedures page at DentonRadio.com.
There's a problem here.
Oh, yeah?
I'm out of...
Dude, your cup has a leak on the top.
This is...
A leak?
This is a big issue.
Your hole has
It's
a
got
cup
big
in
hole.
This... Oh, hey, guys.
Oh.
Welcome back to another episode of Free Beer Friday. Your host, as always, Ben Easley from the Bearded Monk, about a block away from the Welcome Center here in good old downtown Denton on this sunny, beautiful day. But who's with me? Who's... Shh. Ladies first.
Okay. He's like about to say it.
Cut him off. No,
Yeah.
sorry.
I'm
Go ahead.
Amanda. I'm a co-owner of New Main Brewing Company with my husband, David.
I'm David. I'm her husband.
And that's it. That's it.
And John.
That's about, yeah.
Yeah, I'm AJ. I am the brewer.
Woo. Beautiful. All right, give us a rundown on New Main Brewing, because some of these folks may not know.
Yeah, you know, a lot of folks don't know yet.
Yeah.
New Main Brewing is a little over a year old. We celebrated our first anniversary back in February. We are located in beautiful Pantego, Texas. If you don't know where that is, it's okay. Doesn't seem like very many people know yet. We're actually our own little town, completely surrounded by Arlington. It's 1 square mile of family, as we like to say.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it's
One
it's
square
nice and
mile of
homey.
family.
Yeah, nice little eclectic mix of neighborhood business, a lot of small business stuff there, and it's a nice little place to call home.
Right on. Right on. So is that, I'm assuming you had a lot of places to look at for New Main.
We did.
Is-
So our journey started back with a homebrew kit back in 2012. I'm sure you've heard it 1,000 times. People just really fell in love with brewing, fell in love with the culture and everything. We actually started our own blog called The New Main Brew, where we talked about a little bit of our own homebrewing experience, and then we started, towards the end of it, started interviewing other brewers because we saw all these other people that were just, getting
Seems
started.
alien to me.
I know, it's the weirdest thing, talking to people. Like,
Yeah.
it's the weirdest damn thing. But no, we started talking to some folks, and the more we talked with them, the more we realized that it's a very welcoming industry. It's a very hard work driven industry, and I always really valued that. And the more we looked at it, the more we realized, like, this is something we should do, and this is something, if we're ever going to do it, we better start now. And so we started the long journey back in about 2014. We finally opened our doors in 2018 in February, and then just celebrated our anniversary.
That's awesome. That is absolutely fantastic. Right on. Well, should we talk about some beer?
Sure.
Definitely.
Because, I mean...
So yeah,
Yeah.
one of the big hurdles that we went through is when we moved into our building in Pantego. It was a really characteristic building. It was actually a gym, so we kind of took it the other direction on that. But it was this gym that's
Don't
a
worry.
big 90
the
by
phone
90.
will go down.
90 by 90 square building, but inside it has this other 2-story completely indoor building. So like on the first floor, I think they did like Zumba or kickboxing classes, I don't know. And then on the top, it's an indoor rooftop, and it's all air conditioned. And up there, they used to have like treadmills and punching bags. Well, now that's our indoor loft. So everything's all air conditioning because it used to be a gym. On the first floor, we have the living room. It's all comfortable seating and really kind of cozy space. And then up top, you get to still be in the brewery atmosphere, but it feels like a VIP club because you're just on top of everything.
Oh.
And we also have a deck in
this.
the backyard.
So-
We have a big... That
So
we
it's this
refinished
outdoor
ourselves.
area?
Yeah.
It's this really big, weird space.
huge.
It's way bigger than we need, but it's as big as we'll ever need, so we don't ever need to move.
And there's mirrors everywhere.
Yeah,
And there-
because it was a
that's
gym.
the other thing, yeah. The mirrors. How did I forget about the mirrors?
What?
How could you forget?
I know. It would be big enough on its own without mirrors, but
And the
mirrors,
laser light show and the smoke machines.
We have
That
laser
makes it-
lights.
Wait, what?
No, we did for Christmas. We put up
We
those
did.
snowflake things, and then like they were like meh, all
Yeah.
over the wall.
So being a big space, we often get asked about large events. And the first event that really kind of stuck with us that was like kind of high profile was a construction Christmas party. So they called all the construction workers in, all their family, all their kids were kid and
that's
pet friendly.
cool.
But there was like 200 people there, and they had Roger Krieger playing music for everyone. But
Yeah.
they specifically asked, like, we need a beer-flavored beer. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to half-ass this. I'm going to do a whole entire butt of a beer. So this is that beer. It's called 10-Ply Blonde.
This is what we're drinking right
Yeah,
now.
drinking
that's
right
why
now.
he's
Oh,
telling
nice.
you this
So
story.
Nice.
it's not just an American blonde.
good
It's a
story.
5% easy drinking beer. But it's got aromatic malt in there to give it a little bit of character. And then we use Pecco hops. It's a little woody with a little tiny bit of blackberry, blueberry, kind of an interesting berry thing going on. It's very, very subtle. But for all intents and purposes, it's everyone's kind of first. If people ask us for a Budweiser, this is what we give them.
And it is so easy drinking. Little sweet, little grainy.
Yep.
It's nice. Absolutely nice. This is perfect for a summer day.
Oh,
hanging out by the
absolutely.
pool.
This is a pool beer to the T.
That's one of the reasons we named it 10-ply.
I'm
The real
realizing
reason is
I'm going to sit like this.
yeah.
There you
Oh,
go.
thank you. Hey, that's
Yeah.
teamwork right there. I love
There it
that.
is. There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not on the square right now, well, you're probably not drinking free beer. And you probably don't know it's
Those
sunny
guys
and
are.
beautiful. Oh, yeah, they're drinking
Yeah, they're
free
drinking
beer.
free beer
drinking
right
Because
now.
it's Free Beer Friday. And everything we're trying right now is right outside.
Right
Yeah.
outside, yeah.
This is
Just
perfect.
Walk up
Yeah.
and drink it.
How can I do this? How can...
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm just
I've
gonna
got a
sit in front.
hat. It's-
Okay.
They used to be for function. Now it's just for fashion.
That's
It's
true,
okay.
yeah.
I'll just get close to my wife over here.
Nice. Oh, I'll get. Here we go.
Hey, oh, look at
There it
that.
is.
That's excellent.
Now
Look
it's
at
left
Selfie.
that over here.
Yeah.
Everybody, join in. Fingers.
Do we do the duck lips? Is that still a thing?
Oh, yeah.
That's very 2012. I apologize.
All right. If anybody got a snapshot, send it to us, and you can comment right now. I don't
We
know if
can
you
see
can
your
comment
comment.
with the picture. Jake, can they comment with a picture too?
Oh, heck yeah.
So we could even see it if you took a screenshot. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh,
This
we
is
could have.
excellent.
You got a whole world of photographers out there. Yeah.
That was a great
Oh.
photo op.
Very, very nice.
Right. It was perfect.
I like it.
What's going on, guys? Oh, and also we're waving at people outside of the glass cage of emotion right now. So to see that magic, you
This is
may have to be
interesting.
here. Or there it is. There. Wait.
Oh.
What? Huh?
What's happening?
Oh, there it is. Way over there.
The other
Hey
camera.
guys. So this is the room we live in, and you can even see Jake. Look at that. There he
Oh.
is. That's right. That's a little behind the scenes. I like that. And if you're just listening, this makes no sense to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Not
whole
at all.
segment right here.
This whole
is just-
waving segment. See me?
Yeah.
Like,
You don't know this, but I'm waving at you right now, listener.
We should do like a 5-minute segment of us just waving at the camera.
We could play charades.
Oh, charades.
Oh,
Very
that
nice.
would be a lot of fun.
Terrible radio game.
Audio listenership just
Yeah.
drops.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Video viewership goes up though at that
Yeah,
point.
Yes,
you know,
yeah.
video
You're
did
right.
kill the radio star. I
That-
heard. I have it on good
I've
authority.
heard this. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Well, okay. So you talked about doing this construction team party.
Yes.
What else do you have going on at the brewery?
We do a lot
So-
of different events.
I was about to say you guys have done some serious
A lot.
stuff.
We
right?
have, yeah. We've got a bunch of weekly things. Like every Thursday, we have pub trivia with pub guys. We usually try and do live music on the weekends. Every Tuesday, we have students from the UT Arlington jazz band that come play in the tap room.
No, yeah, you
Um,
guys are real close to UT Arlington, right?
Yeah, we're just right down the road
about
from 'em.
Right on.
2 miles.
Yeah,
down
and,
the
and
road.
Amanda's
Yeah.
actually a graduate of UT Arlington
Yeah,
with a
I get-
master's in trumpet performance.
Yeah. So
What?
so I was like, hey, I have this performance
And we actually
venue
brought
now.
her trumpet. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
That was
That's kind of what I was hoping. That would have been a lot of fun.
No. But
Impromptu trumpet solo
There
and
you go.
go.
Yeah.
All right,
So we
let me
do
see
that
you
stuff.
play without the trumpet.
I think Jim Carrey does that, right?
Yeah, definitely. So we do that stuff every week, but we also try and do kind of some higher profile events, like we do some charity stuff. Recently, we've done a really interesting thing. Someone emailed us about they were trying to raise money for their friend's cancer treatment. She was recently diagnosed with stage 4, and so they wanted to do silent auction, cornhole tournament. At one point they smacked each other with the paint dye powder stuff.
No,
That
yeah.
was a lot of fun.
The cornhole tournament was cool.
The cornhole tournament was awesome.
And,
But they did all this on the same day that we have another event that we do every 2 weeks called St. Barnabas on Tap. So we actually have one of the Methodist Church there in Arlington. They come into the brewery. They have a music. They usually have a band there. They'll do like 10% message, 90% let's just hang out and be chill. And so it was really interesting to see those two groups of folks hanging out together. did we mention the predominant demographic of the ladies for the cancer deal were lesbian, and they were just the nicest people in the world.
Oh yeah, they were
Right on.
so much fun.
So an
They were
interesting
great.
mix
Yeah,
between the
yeah.
Methodists
Definitely, and
the-
they were mixing
And they
too.
can
like,
drink.
oh goodness
Right on.
gracious.
Yeah, and
Methodists
they
can drink
raised
too.
like
Yeah, the Methodists too.
$8,000. Yeah,
No, it was
And they raised how much?
$8,000 for
Right
their
on.
friends'
$8,000
stuff.
yeah.
Cheers.
So
Yeah.
it was. I mean, it's using the space for what we really intended. Like
Yeah,
we
community
obviously we
and-
like brewing beer and serving beer there, but like it's such a big, unique space. We love when people move into it, make it their own, and really just feel comfortable there.
That's awesome.
And that's seeing that was like its own reward. Like that was really really cool.
well, making a difference, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
is
just
really cool.
Judgment-free space where you can learn about beer, learn about whatever you want to.
And then get to know each other.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
we've met
really
so many
awesome.
people from just the brewery, and we've also done other. We've moved in other people upstairs. We got the shops upstairs.
Yeah, so
And-
the gym
So
was
it-
not just that big building; it's also this two-story suite
We have
of
like all these offices.
like 10 by 10 offices. They used to be like physical therapy and trainers' offices and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now they're all different little shops. Like Generosity's Gifts now is a really cool gift shop, and they also roast their own coffee, which we
on.
use in some of our beers. So 10% of the sales of that coffee go towards Huntington's research because one of the shop owners' mothers is afflicted. So 10% of those
Okay.
sales go to Huntington's research, and then 10% of the beer sales that we use that coffee in also go to Huntington research.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That is really cool.
So it's a way for us to
Wait,
get back.
what's the name of that beer?
That beer is called.
Thunder Snow.
Thunder Snow. That's his. It was his.
Yeah, it's his
idea.
recipe too.
That's my baby.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a golden stout.
Excellent. No, wait, where did that come from? Where did this dream come from on the recipe? Or is it just,
I mean-
I wanted to see what would happen.
I kind of wanted to see what would happen.
Yeah. Obviously, I mean, there's some really good ones out there, especially being here in Denton. Armadillo's brunch money.
Oh,
is
yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
yeah.
That was an
Yeah.
inspiration for that.
Yeah,
Right
big
on.
time. But
Yep.
I mean, golden stout. It's a contradiction in a glass. It's beautiful. You get
It's
all
a
these.
lie.
It's just contradiction.
It is a lie.
It's a lie.
We had someone come and was like, "This beer lied to me."
Yeah.
I'm drinking a light pilsner. Oh, my goodness.
Nope. Coffee, roast, chocolate. What in the hell?
It's very coffee forward.
Right
as
on,
opposed to
right
some
on.
golden stouts that are more malt forward or sweeter. This one's super coffee forward. So
Nice.
getting used to using the coffee in the beer.
And a name like Thunder Snow,
Yeah.
you're definitely not going to underestimate it.
And so the way we
Thunder Snow.
keep the lighter color is we use the whole beans instead of the ground coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it does not impart the color.
Right.
Not quite as
well.
much. It
But
does
you
get
get
just a
all of
teeny
the
bit
flavor.
darker.
Oh,
but oh
I
yeah.
love it. Now, can we expect to see that in the market?
Yes.
Like,
Absolutely. It's
maybe
in the
this
fermenter right
This
now.
winter? Oh, no.
No,
Coming
no,
up
no.
Sooner than this
Sooner
winter.
than
There,
that.
there are a lot
Much
of folks
sooner.
that are anxious about it. We've done so being opening with other people's beer. That was we had to spend our money on our sprinklers, so we couldn't buy our brewing equipment at first. So when we got our permit for the brewery, we didn't have our TTB brewer's permit yet.
Yeah.
So once we finally got that, we were doing pilot batches on a 20-gallon system, it's glorified home brewing at that point. But it also allowed us to kind of play around with some different recipes that we had from our homebrewing career, mess around with things that we wanted to create for the first time. And Thunder Snow was one of those that's just like, let's just see what sticks. Let's do it. Let's get
Right
bold
on.
with it. And it was just wild. Everyone really liked it.
We still out of it in like a day
Yeah.
Nice.
on the 20-gallon
On
system.
the 20-gallon system,
So
yeah.
now we're finally able to make enough that it doesn't just like go away.
Yeah.
It can last
I
a
mean,
long
yeah,
time.
it'll probably still go pretty quick. But
yeah, we're gonna have to keep making it.
But
now.
over the last couple months, we played with it a little bit. We did nitro, 1 keg of it.
Oh, so good.
Nice.
We did.
beautiful.
I think we did something. Oh, we also did some vanilla extract in there.
Mm-hmm.
So we like playing around with
this
our
could be
recipes
fun.
to kind of pick and choose which flavors pop a little bit more, and then present them in a flight. We like to just kind of give folks that choice.
Right on, right on. Well, okay, present them in a flight. So I
Right.
know that you've played around with this before.
We
right?
have. Yeah, we okay, so our big thing, our symbol is the Nautilus, and it represents eternal growth. The Nautilus creature actually builds each new chamber as it goes throughout its life. When it realizes that it's growing too much and its current confines are too small, it actually builds each new chamber, moves its body into it, and then seals off the past one and uses it for flotation. So it builds on the past into the future. We think that's a really beautiful metaphor for education, for learning, for personal and physical growth. So one of the ways that we encourage that is if you come into our brewery for the first time not knowing what kind of beer we have, we'll ask you, what kind of beer do you like to drink? That way we'll point you in the right direction for, something we think that you'll like, but also we'll kind of push your boundaries a little bit. One of the ways that we're really, really excited to kind of bring that theme and that whole theory to everyone is called Flight Club. It's not Fight Club.
Okay.
So the first and second rules are you do talk
You
about
have to
Flight
talk
Club.
about it.
For
Otherwise,
marketing
no one will
purposes, it's
know.
very
Oh,
important
I
that you
was
talk
hoping it
about
was-
Flight Club.
Punch Brad Pitt in the ear.
that too.
Oh,
can do that if
You
you
hear that,
want to.
Brad Pitt? If you're watching,
Once.
thank you. But otherwise,
Use your time
I'm gonna
better, man.
punch you
Come
in the
on, you're a
ear.
public figure now. So we're doing something now
Whoa.
called Flight Club. What it is at its core is a flight of 4 16-ounce beers once a month for a year. Though those 4
Wait, what?
beers are not just any 4 beers. It's one beer done 4 different ways. So, for example, it's starting in June. So
Okay.
our June beer is going to be one of the next beers we've got here is called Tipotex Juicy IPA.
oh yeah,
It is it's our stab at a New England, but really we didn't really want to make a New England IPA that's hazy and juicy and all that because there's some really good examples out there and ones that we really, really enjoy. We wanted to make a very good, very citrus forward, very juicy beer that wasn't crazy bitter, that wasn't what everyone associates with an IPA. A big inspiration on this one was Ninkasi's Hop Cooler. I don't know if you ever had that while they were
okay,
still in
yeah,
the market.
yeah.
But just really, really juicy flavor, really well balanced.
Yeah, super easy drinker.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Easy drinkers.
It's
the
not
name of the
going
game.
to ruin your palate for the rest of the day.
Exactly.
One way or the other.
Even if
with
that's
this
your first
super
beer,
juicer.
you can still have other very nuanced beers afterwards and still be able to taste it. So
Yeah.
it's also
Yeah.
a really good teaching beer for that too.
Yeah, in our area, we have a lot of new craft beer drinkers that are not always super open to having a bunch of they know the word IPA and they know I don't like that, and you're like, well, there's like
Here.
50 different kinds, so we just were
It's like let's experiment
we'll
with
give them,
this one.
taste of stuff, and we always, one of our favorite things is to get someone to enjoy something they didn't think they would like.
Yeah, we love playing
Right
that
on.
game with our porter. It's called Pantego Porter. We didn't bring some today because we're out of it right now, but everyone sees a
course,
really dark
typical.
beer and they're like, "Oh, yeah, I don't like dark beer." I was like, "Oh, so you don't like chocolate?" Well, no, I like chocolate. "Oh, so you don't like coffee?" Well, no, I like coffee. Is that what this tastes like?
Yeah.
It's like, honey, no.
I don't know what they think.
Oh, bless your heart.
They think it's dark and it tastes like, I don't know.
like motor oil or something. But
Yeah.
So with the Flight Club, this beer that we're drinking right now is our Tipotex Juicy IPA. We're going to do it 4 different ways. So we got the regular one that we're all enjoying right now. Then we're going to have a double dry hop version with Azaka, El Dorado, and I think Pecco.
Yes.
Is that right? Yeah. And then we've got a pineapple version and then a dreamsicle version.
Nice.
So it kind of all
Nice.
4 of those things pop on certain things. The first beer by itself gives you good baseline. The second beer, the double dry hopped, if you like hoppy things, it's a really good showcase of American and Australian hops. And then the pineapple, if you like fruity things, it's really, really enjoyable. The tanginess of the pineapple really plays very well with the mandarina and the citra hops that are already in the beer. And then the dreamsicle version is just it's a delight.
It's a game
It
changer.
tastes like
Yeah.
dreamsicle.
It
like,
really
for real.
It is orange vanilla
Yeah,
through
yeah.
and through.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Right on.
My
But the-
favorite's
right
the
on.
pineapple.
I really
Yeah.
enjoy the pineapple too, but the dreamsicle was the first one to go. We actually did a little preview of it. I told you the first flight starting in June. Our first Flight Club pickup is the last Wednesday of June.
Okay.
The deadline to sign up is the Friday before, the 14th.
What, just on your
that's next
Facebook
Friday.
page?
The link is on our Facebook page. It's its own website. It's a Google form. Rather than going through like PayPal or something like that charges you an extra thing, we're just going to send you an invoice. That way no one has to pay for anything.
Cool.
But they sign up online. You get a really cool kind of gift bundle of swag up front. You get a bar of soap because it is Flight Club, not Fight Club. But it's soap that's actually made with
The
our
soap
beer.
made with the beer.
Oh, that's
from,
cool.
From Dirty Bee Soap. They're
Yeah.
another little husband and wife,
Yeah,
small,
they live
small
out-
That's
business.
cool.
Murphy? They live
I
out
think,
in
yeah, they
Murphy.
live like up northish, up around here.
Yeah.
And then, pint glass,
Some
T-shirt.
little town. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I'm
But they're
trying
in
to
Murphy from-
Wiley
yeah.
over there.
Oh,
yeah.
Wiley. Okay. Yeah.
And,
And then there'll be obviously a T-shirt on the front. It'll say "Ask Me About Flight Club." And
Nice.
then on the back,
'Cause
we're going
the
to put a
first
lot of
rule of Flight
logos.
Club.
There's a lot of local businesses that are also purchasing the Flight Club because, I mean,
Yeah, we're doing it for
at your monthly
businesses,
staff
too.
meeting, who wouldn't want 4 beers to soften the blow if you need to work harder?
Yeah.
Right?
Employee of the month.
Employee of the
Yeah.
Oh, I
Boom.
like this.
Right
So
there.
wait, you've got Pantego businesses coming in and buying spots?
Oh, absolutely,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's
Because
cool.
part of it is you also get your name on the bar, and businesses, rather than getting like the glass and the soap and stuff, they can actually put their logo or their business or their website or whatever in our tap room. Like
Like,
we've
we're
got a
gonna do a
big
poster.
tap room. We're going to do all these
Oh,
giant
that's
2x3
cool.
posters. Yeah. And it's just a good way. Like like I said, we're a tight knit community, but we also like want to promote each other. Like someone going to a flower shop, like Urban Country Flowers, that I recently bought flowers for my wife for her 9th anniversary yesterday.
Yesterday. Yeah.
Nice. Happy anniversary, by the way.
Thank you very
Thanks.
much.
Yep. Psh,
Woo! Cheers.
Clink,
Nice.
clink,
Bring it in,
clink,
bring it in, bring it in.
Thank-
clink, clink, clink.
Clink.
We have to
like-
pretend that it's clink.
Yeah, the sound effects really do help. It's
That
production
was nice.
quality, really. We'll get that in post, everybody. No, but like someone going into a flower shop isn't going to be thinking, oh, is there a brewery somewhere around? But if someone comes into a brewery, oh, there's a flower shop. Oh, I almost forgot my anniversary, but I didn't. Thanks, New Main Brewing.
Me sitting here at the bar, I'm covered.
Yeah.
We get a few dads that are like, yeah, I told my wife I was buying such and such and I was going to be right back. And
Yeah, we thought about renaming the living room the office. Like, oh, sorry, honey, I got held up at the office.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, the living room started out as the conversation room because we don't have any music in there or anything. We just want you to hang out, play board games, and all that.
and just chat.
yeah. And then it changed to the living room because we have
Yeah.
living room furniture.
Yeah, there's some
But-
really nice sofas. There's my old recliners in there. And,
Yeah.
I've caught many people taking a nap in it. It's almost kind of like a proud moment. Like, oh,
I've
Yeah.
napped in that
Passed
many
you on
times.
Thing is
Yeah.
very nice.
but that's our place in a nutshell. Is
So I dig it.
comfortable.
And bringing in all of these outside businesses that you're working with, that you're in the community with, that's very much what I see in Denton as well.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
That's the spirit of that.
That's
Yeah.
what drew us here. I mean, we're only at about 15 or 16 accounts in Arlington and a couple places in Fort Worth. But we made a field trip up here one day because we're like, there's such a good craft beer scene. There's such a welcoming atmosphere and a really good culture for drinking. I mean, hell, you can just walk around with an open container on the street.
Oh yeah.
Like you should. I mean, you should be able to enjoy.
Like you
yeah,
should.
in
Your
free America.
No, but
Like the brewer intended, walking down
Yeah.
the street.
so we really like that culture, and a lot of our beers are approachable, very drinkable, and they help people enjoy, find out what flavor they like and just really enjoy that. So we really see an opportunity for us to be a part of that. We've always
Right
wanted,
on.
with the blog, with the brewery, with everything we try to do, we always wanted to just in some way, shape, or form contribute to the American craft beer movement, and definitely the Texas twist that we're putting on it.
Right on.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, so we've talked about these beers and we've talked about your love of this town and this kind of culture. So the Bearded Monk, shamelessly plugging, has the Saison on.
That's right.
But where else do we have some plans coming into the future, or
We
are we
do.
already on tap, or what's going
We've been
on?
talking to some people. I believe Dirty Dicks is one of them.
Definitely, yeah.
Free Play.
Right
Yeah,
on.
free
Yeah.
play right
Barley
down
on
the street.
board.
Y'all came and
yeah.
did like 9 places, and so
We did. We
hopefully-
dropped off a lot of samples, and so we wanted to. We're proud to say that yours is the first establishment where you can enjoy New Maine beer.
Yeah.
Exclusive. No, but we do have plans to definitely service this market. Like I said, this is the culture of craft beer that we really, really love and we want to be a part of. So we
Right
want to
on.
contribute to that.
Right on.
But definitely, as Amanda mentioned, Dirty Dicks, Free Play. Actually, the bar manager at Free Play, the owner, bar manager.
Oh yeah,
manager.
he
Bar
bought a
manager.
plaque on our
Yeah,
bar.
his name's on our bar.
Yeah.
So like, no pressure. But
You already like
Yeah.
our beer.
Hey, heads up.
Cody.
Game has been set.
no, but this
All
is
right, so we
definitely.
need to go play some video games and
Oh,
do some
definitely.
drinking. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
I'm
I'm
all
thinking.
about that. All
Oh,
about
yeah.
that.
A lot of people tell us that like our place looks like a place that would be in Denton or Seattle or Portland or somewhere.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right
High
on.
praise.
Those are all high praise.
Absolutely.
But it's
Like,
in
what's
little
the weirdo
old
place?
Pantego. Yeah.
All right, we got to work on Pantego.
Yeah.
Let's get this place weird. I'm excited
Pantego
about
weird.
this.
Are we the
Oh,
youngest?
yeah.
We might be the youngest business owners.
I think we are. Yeah, we do a business over breakfast every Tuesday with all the other shop owners.
Oh, okay.
And it's a really cool mix of like all the different businesses, but we're definitely the youngest, I think.
Yeah, so we're trying to bring in some, more hip vibes.
Yeah,
over
all
there.
right.
And there's a lot
All
of
right.
folks moving into Pantego too. So
Right on.
Yeah.
So we got to come check out Pantego.
yeah, I
Next
think
time.
so.
We-
I like it.
How far are we talking from here?
here about an hour. Yeah.
45 minutes.
If I've got a radar
If you don't
detector
drive-
RD over here.
Yeah, if you don't drive at 3:30 on a Friday, apparently.
If you grease your axles with lithium, I think you can make it.
Lithium, yeah.
Nice. That was a doozy of a
You-
term right
you
there.
got that
yeah.
one.
Yeah, I appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Mm.
Dang it. I don't know how I can say it.
Just creative. Just get creative. You're not going to drop anything. on
That's
it.
right. Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah. it's
Well,
not
and,
a-
what else do we have to drink too?
oh, we
yeah.
got that. We got.
Well,
the-
let's preview the beer that we're going to have a little bit
Yeah.
later on. It's the Bearded Monk over
Oh,
here. on
yeah.
It doesn't have a
Yeah.
label right now.
I like this label.
Those
the Hill
will be
Country
here
Farmhouse
on
Saison
Monday.
label.
That is
Yeah.
my beautiful handwriting. You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Yeah.
That is beautiful
It's
label
artisan
work, by the way.
Sharpie. Yeah,
Artisan
it's really
Sharpie.
yeah. It's
Finest
fair
new
trade,
Sharpie.
cage-free Sharpie.
No,
Cage-free shirt.
See, that should have been someone's word.
Is this
Oh.
Wi-Fi organic?
Wi-Fi organic? Is that what you just
Yeah,
said?
Yeah.
That's a new beer name right there.
that's from SNL, Drunk
Yeah.
Uncle,
Oh,
where he's making fun of hipsters and he's like, "Is this Wi-Fi organic? Can I deduct my Luna bars from my tax return?" But yeah.
the nose on this beer is beautiful,
Yeah.
isn't it?
So the next beer we're drinking is Hill Country Farmhouse Saison, 6% French Saison. With this one, it's called Hill Country Farmhouse because we try and name most of our things with regions of Texas or something involved with Texas. When I think of the Hill Country, I think of granaries. I think of, like Green, Texas. I think of the grist mill. In old Saison traditions, the farmhouse term means that at the end of a harvest season, whatever was left over that wasn't sold at harvest was used by the grower, by the farmer, to either use for bread or to turn into their own house ale until the next harvest season. True to form, this beer was written, this recipe was written after we kind of ran out of everything. It's like, well, we've got half a bag of pale malt, half a bag of wheat malt. We've got this yeast Saison. Let's just smack it together and see what happens. So this one's
And
a 6%.
this is what sprang up.
Yeah.
Exactly. In true farmhouse fashion, we used what we had to make this beer.
That's what it's
Yeah, that's
supposed to be.
fantastic.
It is the
Thank you.
longest name beer that we have. I've heard somewhere that after 7 names it gets a little taxing.
7
So-
words.
Yeah, 7
max.
words.
Ah.
So Hill Country Farmhouse Saison. It's 4. We got 3 to play with. I mean, we
Nice.
could really.
Right on.
I mean,
Yeah, but there's
hell,
a lot
IPA.
of syllables in
There
there.
you go. Yeah.
You're gonna cap out my POS system. I'll let you know. After adding that in today, I was like, oh,
That's
I hope
why
this
it just
all
says-
fits.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
ju-
we
it
always
just
abbreviate
says
HCF.
Where's that's the
I
wrong
didn't want to
can.
write
Yeah.
it all.
Yeah.
It's, fair enough. I do not blame you. I do not blame you.
It just says HCF Saison. HCF.
You get it.
But definitely,
Yeah.
with the French Saison treatment, it's a little on the fruity side with some esters, a little bit of apple and pear coming through, but at the same time, a lot of that nice phenolic bite at the end, and then it finishes real dry. We use Mandarina Bavaria hops in this one. 6%, just a really easy drinking.
Not a lot of hops though.
You don't
No.
you don't get a
'Cause
lot
you're
of
talking
presence
about
on it.
Saison.
Yeah, you want the yeast
Yeah.
to shine through, and so I'm in love with Mandarina Bavaria hops. I'd put it in everything. A Mandarina and Special B, if I could make that into a beer that was drinkable,
Could try
I
that.
would.
That would be weird.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions.
What's so
happening there.
scary here?
It would be like
You know what?
brown
A doable.
with
Let's
a citrus.
try a doable with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's give
Let's
it
get
a shot.
after it.
All right, this winter. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens.
That's what our ESB has, Special B.
Yeah.
Oh
That's-
yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't get any of that today though.
We didn't,
We're-
but
it's in the fermenter.
it's in the fermenter. We brewed that last Wednesday, and that's one of my favorites. That
Okay.
that also came from
So a couple of weeks.
yeah,
Yeah.
Hit the brewery up, and you guys
Ooh,
can
yeah.
try that.
definitely. That's another one that came from the pilot system, doing 20 gallons at a time. No one does an ESB, so we just let's give it a shot. One of the
well,
fastest
Like
selling
3
beers we had in the
people,
tap
yeah.
room.
Right on.
Like-
right on.
Pegasus City, does one. I
And
think.
Funky Picnic just
Funky
opened in
Picnic.
Fort Worth. Yeah, they
Picnic.
have an
Sam.
immaculate ESP.
Community's got the public ale.
Yeah, Public Ale.
Yeah.
Oh, love
That's-
that beer.
But now it's
Beautiful
a seasonal
beer.
now.
Yeah, when they said
It's
that
a
wasn't going to be
seasonal now?
Yeah,
Yeah, when
they
they
don't
said
make
it
it all the time anymore.
Okay.
broke my heart. Broke
That
my
was
little
one
English
of the
heart.
standards.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was
English
like a
drinking
gold medal
culture
winning
is-
beer
Yeah.
at
on.
GABF.
English
Oh.
beer styles and English drinking culture is what everyone should aspire to. Really, is just
I like that.
Hanging
Easy-
out, drinking.
conversation-driven drinking, not beer drinking-driven drinking.
Yeah. That's a good point.
So
Well, I think you guys have talked about the same education level of getting people to try things. That's kind of the guide we've gone through is let's experiment with beer. Let's talk about it. Let's converse.
Right.
Let's sit in the conversation room.
Sure.
And that I feel like that's the way beer should go.
absolutely.
It's not you sit down
my favorite
and
sound.
chug a certain beer,
you
not
know-
not
There
bad
are-
talking any beers, but chug as many as you can while you're watching a TV.
right.
Yeah, and we get a lot of that too. People don't realize, like, oh, all these people aren't in here getting drunk, and you're like, no, they're just here because they like coming
They
here.
want to try
And
this
they're
drink
hanging
and
out.
hang out with each other.
And
Yeah.
no
It's a
judgment
good
on people that,
atmosphere.
that want to be able to drink a lot of beer. Like there are times when it's fun to do that, but also,
but
every day. I
We're
mean,
open
it's hard
6
to do
days a
that on a
week.
Tuesday.
yeah,
yeah, we had to start limiting shotguns to Fridays because
yeah, we do
that's
Shotgun
sweet.
Friday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. So you understand this game
Well,
fully?
absolutely, yes. Yeah, it's very important to set boundaries.
yeah.
Okay, now what is this last one that we have?
This is Double Victory West Coast IPA.
Yeah.
Imperial.
Imperial
IPA.
West Coast.
I was
This
about to say
is-
there is some malt in this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
big
Yeah.
time, big time.
We
but it's
all
still
we,
very
we,
well balanced.
Yeah, we jumped on the craft beer bandwagon at the time when IPA was ruling the West Coast. So naturally, we have a very soft spot in our heart for West Coast IPAs, and definitely double West Coast IPAs. I think Arrogant Bastard was the first time I said a curse word after drinking a beer.
Dang.
Ah,
Yeah, dang,
So
Dang.
awful.
gosh darn it, shoot is
Shoot.
what I said. And then I always wanted to make one that had just a really nice West Coast style. Juicy citrus, a little bit of dank on the background, but mainly piney and resiny.
Piney. Yeah.
And then just the malt backbone. This is called Double Victory. We have a smaller version called Victory or Death, which was the Alamo Battle Cry. But Double Victory is a double victory because we have a really nice malt bill, a really nice hop, and they're at balance with one another.
That's perfect. Yeah, and as somebody that I can't handle a whole lot of bittering hops.
Right.
It overpowers everything
Yes.
for me. This is really nice. This is really well balanced on both sides with the hop, the hop side and the malt side. Yeah, I really enjoy that.
This is dangerously delicious.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's 8.5%. I don't know if we said that.
8.5, it'll get you.
There's
Yeah.
the dangerous right
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that'll put me in
And
real
this
quick.
is also available in a couple places in Arlington.
Yeah, we
as
do.
well.
We do have a couple accounts that are tapping this right now.
Where are your big faves in Arlington?
Oh, BFF.
Yeah, BFF
Has this?
Asian Sports Grill
Asian
on
Grill.
North Lamar.
Brew
course,
City.
Brew
over
City.
Off Trinity.
What?
And some of our favorite
Nice.
downtown Arlington spots, of course, on tap. They have the porter right now, but they got the Double Victory coming right afterwards. Of course, we have
Our lighter drinking
old
beers
school.
are at a lot more places.
yeah,
But this is
Old
only
School Pizza Tavern just ran out of our Hefeweizen. They're going to pick up Thunder Snow as soon
Thunder
as that's
Snow.
ready.
Yeah.
Nice.
Uh,
Wait, they're gonna.
Yeah.
Say that again. Just repeat that again for me. Re-say that.
Yeah, they're going to pick up Thunder Snow
After what now?
after the Hefeweizen.
Okay, that's gonna be a big jump.
Yeah,
That's
That's gonna be
yeah.
a real big jump.
Yeah, we were surprised.
Taking a hard left turn there on Flavor
Like,
Street.
you want the same brewery with this pizza this week?
Yeah.
Oh, get ready.
Yeah,
Because
That's another thing we do,
Thundersnow's
too.
coming in pretty high ABV, right?
It's 8.5.
Yeah,
it's
it's like
just
this.
like this
Okay,
one.
yeah,
but it's
yeah.
a
No,
lot.
it
It's
is
a lot bolder.
It's
It's 8%. That's right.
okay,
Yeah.
it's coming in
Okay.
a clean 8. Nice.
Yeah, but so anytime we're at a restaurant, we try and do a food pairing thing. At Old School Pizza and Suds, the Hefeweizen paired really well with the Maverick, which is their supreme pizza. It's really, really, really good.
I mean, I find that the
so
Thunder
much.
Snow pairs well with the Hooters chocolate cake.
There you go.
Oh,
That was
there it is.
nice.
Delicious.
Hooters, if you're watching tonight,
That
you
it
need
really.
to pick
Yeah,
up a Thunder
Hooters.
Free
Snow.
plug.
Come on. Free plug.
Oh man.
Apparently the
There you
greatest
go.
greatest chocolate cake ever, huh?
It is.
That's very, very good.
Chocolate cake.
See, now I want some.
Yeah, I know. You say
Is
that you
anyone
want it.
else getting hungry right
I don't
now?
know. I don't like chocolate cake because it reminds me of the little dingleberries on all the yaks' butts.
No.
Oh.
You just ruined chocolate cake. You just ruined chocolate cake for all of us.
Not for me.
Still need
Man,
some chocolate
you
cake.
eat chocolate cake? Oh,
What show was that where they're showing all the yaks and they had just
I really
National
don't know.
Geographic something or other.
I don't
Yeah.
know what shows you
What are
watch.
you? Who even are you?
it was like
Married for 9
Departures
years.
or something.
Departures, that's what it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on Netflix. They go all over the world.
Oh, we got some stuff to watch on
Yeah.
Netflix.
Nice.
Poof everywhere.
Oh. Are we running? Oh. Well, hold
think-
on.
You know what? That sound right there.
Is it time to go drink some more?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think
Okay.
so.
That's
All right.
always
I'm
that
all
time.
about this.
Let's
All
do
right.
it.
So look out for New Maine Brewing wherever you buy beer. Or
Pantego.
if it's not there, ask for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
definitely.
think that would be fair, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Ooh, yes. If
absolutely.
you
Yeah,
ask people
definitely.
for it, then they'll be like, "Where's this place? Let me look it up here. Can I get your beer?"
Where even is Pantego? I guess I'll try to order the
Pant
beer.
ego. It's like my trousers have a high opinion of
It's
themselves.
something with.
Oh,
yeah.
I like that.
Thank you.
Man, that's good.
Thank you.
Label art. That'd be
All
a lot
right,
of fun.
writing that down.
Isn't there like
Notes.
a Native American tribe that was the Pantego?
Yes, it was the Native American guide, actually.
Oh,
It
guide.
rhymed. Yeah, it rhymed. You're close. But that helped the settlers in the area back in the Civil War times.
What?
'Cause That's
Seriously?
what the town was named for. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
Yeah.
Does this guy know how to rock or what?
Right? I'm great at
Darn.
parties.
I love it. All right, well, let's do some more drinking then.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
and if,
go.
if you guys are still sitting at home, put on your ego
Drinking
pants,
pants.
and come and hang out. Thank y'all so much for coming tonight.
Thanks for having us, man.
This is
Yeah,
so
it
much
was-
fun.
Definitely.
And we're gonna hang out here, do samples for a little bit, and then go back to the Monk and party it up. So
Let's do it.
Yeah.
you guys come join us. Try some of these
Yeah.
beers, and beat me to some of them. I don't know. I figure I can drink through a couple.
I got thirsty just now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now I'm hungry and thirsty. All right, and if we don't see you tonight, we'll see you next week on the next episode of Free Beer Friday. Bye.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. We want to thank our partners and sponsors who made this show possible. And now stick around for a word from all of us here at Discover Denton.